Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, September 5, 12:16 America, New York. Saudi Arabia says it intercepted Houthi missile that hurt two. Saudi Arabia says it has intercepted a ballistic missile fired by Yemen's Houthi rebels, which sent debris crashing down over a neighborhood near Dammam that wounded at least two children. Washington Post World, September 5, 8:23 America, New York. Italy police stop man suspected of snatching winning ticket. Police at Rome Airport say they prevented a Naples tobacco shop owner suspected of running off with a customer's winning game card ticket from boarding a flight abroad on Sunday.
September 5, 8 o'clock America, New York. This Democrat and Republican from Pennsylvania are part of a unique group in an increasingly polarized country. Matt Cartwright and Brian Fitzpatrick are political anomalies. Fox World News, September 5, 7:59 America, New York. Russians rally against government pressure on independent media. Several dozen Russians gathered in the center of Moscow on Saturday to protest Russian authorities' recent crackdown on independent media. September 5, 7:48 America, New York. Suicide attack targets soldiers in Pakistani city of Quetta. 3 people have died and 15 were injured in an attack on paramilitary troops in the city of Quetta in Pakistan's southwestern province of Baluchistan. September 5, 7:46 America, New York. New York City was never built to withstand a deluge like the one Ida delivered. It showed. When Superstorm Sandy wreaked havoc on parts of the Northeast in 2012, it exposed the dire need to strengthen New York City's infrastructure to adapt to what was then a looming threat of the climate crisis.
Washington Post World, September 5, 7:45 America, New York. Kashmir leader's family charged under India anti-terror law. Police in Kashmir have charged family members of late resistance leader Syed Ali Jalani under a harsh anti-terror law for raising anti-India slogans and wrapping his body in the Pakistani flag.
BBC News World, September 5, 7:22 America, New York. Yemen war. Saudis intercept Houthi missiles, Defense Ministry. 2 children are injured by shrapnel, Riyadh says, in an attack the Houthis say targeted Saudi oil. BBC News World, September 5, 7:22 America, New York. Moment boy cuts ribbon too soon at opening ceremony in Turkey. Turkey's president joked with the boy when he noticed he had jumped the gun at an opening ceremony. Mirror World News, September 5, 7:15 America, New York. Police hunt for missing British musician who vanished after dinner with pals. Jonathan Pickford's van and 2 dogs have been found, but the search is continuing for the guitarist and singer, who lived in the eastern Costa del Sol resort of Torre del Mar.
New York Times World News, September 5, 7:13 America, New York. In Hong Kong, Jimmy Lai's Next Digital says it has been forced to close. Next Digital, which has published criticism of China for decades, said a crackdown had left it with no way to operate. Its main newspaper, Apple Daily, closed in June. Outside the Hong Kong headquarters of Apple Daily and its publisher, Next Digital.
BBC News World, September 5, 6:58 America, New York. Guinea capital Conakry on alert as heavy gunfire heard. President Alpha Condé is said to be unharmed while soldiers are seen near the presidential palace.
RT World News, September 5, 6:58 America, New York. Taliban orders commanders to disarm and arrest fighters for celebratory gunfire, says practice kills and maims civilians. The Taliban has issued strict guidelines against its members who shoot in the skies at weddings and victory celebrations. The order came after reports that people were hurt in Kabul, Afghanistan by celebratory gunfire.
September 5, 6:51 America, New York. Hurricane Larry becomes a Category 3 storm, this season's 3rd major cyclone in the Atlantic. As millions pick up the pieces after Hurricane Ida ravaged the eastern United States from the Gulf Coast to the Northeast, meteorologists are keeping an eye on Hurricane Larry in the Atlantic.
Time, September 5, 6:50 America, New York. SolarWinds named a new CEO days before discovering its massive hack. Here's why Sudhakar Ramakrishna says he kept the job. To receive weekly emails of conversations with the world's top CEOs and business decision-makers, click here. The 2020 SolarWinds hack is considered one of the worst cyberattacks in recent years.
September 5, 6:45 America, New York. Businesses push back against Texas abortion law. GoDaddy took down a website that allowed people to post tips about possible Texas abortions, in the latest example of businesses pushing back against the state's new law.
BBC News World. September 5. 6:34 America, New York. Montenegro clashes as Serb Orthodox Church leader installed. The fierce protests reflect tensions in the country, which broke away from Serbia in 2006.
September 5. 6:27 America, New York. Opinion: what Senator Joe Manchin doesn't get. Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia is likely to be the deciding vote on the $3.5 trillion Senate reconciliation bill to expand spending on social and infrastructure programs. September 5. 6:25 America, New York. Opinion: I'm a college professor, not a COVID guinea pig. The return to campus for the start of fall teaching is normally a joyful time for college and university faculty and staff. It's exciting to meet new students at New York University, see colleagues, and get back into the classroom.
RT World News. September 5. 6:24 America, New York. 10 police officers killed in Islamic State attack in northern Iraq and militants' roadside bombs destroy 3 vehicles, reports. At least 10 policemen have lost their lives in an attack on a checkpoint outside the city of Kirkuk in northern Iraq that local security sources said was carried out by Islamic State militants.
September 5. 6:22 America, New York. Flight attendants across the U.S. are over it. Working as a flight attendant previously afforded Mitra Amorzada the freedom to explore the world, taking her from her home in Florida to destinations including Kenya, France, and Spain.
Washington Post World. September 5. 6:18 America, New York. Group behind Hong Kong's Tiananmen Vigil denies foreign ties. The group behind the annual Tiananmen Square Memorial Vigil in Hong Kong says it will not cooperate with a national security investigation into the group's activities.
September 5. 6:15 America, New York. Measuring Ida's losses, from human lives to historic sites, a path of broken hearts. Dennis Duplessis despised the nearly 100-foot oak tree that loomed over his house in Gonzales, Louisiana. For almost 10 years, he told his family he wanted to cut it down, but he couldn't afford the expense of a tree-cutting service.